Lurralife. Now I wanted to interview him on just the power of the products, where he's come from, what he's struggled with. Because I know there's a lot of individuals in this group that can relate to his story and maybe haven't heard it before, or, by hearing it will help you make the decision whether, you want to start your road to recovery. So I appreciate each and every one of you for, tuning into this interview and even the last interview. It's still Saturday, still the morning. We figured we'd cut them both at the same time. So Richie, good morning, Richie. How are you?
Good morning, Zach.
So you know what? If you could share, I know last video we did, you shared more of the business side of things, and I apologize about the bird in the background singing. Man, he sings all night long, and I don't know when he sleeps, but he's there. He wanted to join in on the interview. So if you could tell people, a little bit about yourself and why, what was it? What were you struggling with? What were some of the problems you were having? I know this might be a little bit longer of an interview because I know the products have helped you with a lot. And with trying the different products, you've experienced different things and maybe like, wow, I didn't even realize that was, an issue. So maybe just share a little bit about your background, things you've struggled with, kind of set the stage.
Okay, yeah. My name's Richie Busch, guys. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my health problems this time. Last year, I had to take off of work because of some pre-existing back issues. I cracked a vertebrae back when I was in high school, and then I made some poor decisions on how to take care of it after that. I played rugby on and off. I was in the military on the grunt side of it, so I was out there doing horrible things to my back, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And long story short, I'm actually back to work now. But the chiropractor that I'm working for last year before I stopped working, he told me that it looked like I may have stenosis in possibly 3/4 of my spine. And for those of you who don't know what stenosis is, basically your vertebrae will start to grow together if the discs in between have deteriorated to the point where they can't keep the bones far enough away from each other. So it is, when I first heard about it in school, I was like, oh, that sounds like the one you don't want to get. And that's the one I got.
Careful what you wish for, careful what you think about, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely it's a different kind of pain. It's a different kind of pain. It's the kind of pain that you can't stretch your way out of. So yeah, it's painful. It's painful. So, and then on top of that, I tore my ACL and I tore some ligaments in my shoulder and just all types of stuff. So I have all tips and different types of views on all different types of pain. So I've felt it all.
Right on. So basically what you're saying is you've experienced life to its fullest, basically.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So you hurt your back in high school, and then you like all dudes, you're like, man, I'm young, no problem.
Nothing.
Wake up the next day and you're like, I feel much better, so I can do all the crazy things that I was doing before, even though maybe it wouldn't be the best idea. Then you started getting a little bit older, and I know even your profession played into that. You're a massage therapist, so you were telling me leaning over the table, was painful and difficult, and that's why you had to take off work.
Yeah, my L5, I've been told by a few different people, my L5 disc specifically because that's where I cracked my vertebrae. My disc down there, I was told, looks like a piece of gristle. So yeah, so what's happening right now, imagine, if you will, the disc is protruding partially out the left side. So it's hitting a nerve there. So the nerve that it's hitting is affecting a lot of the muscle groups on that left side. So for example, like your glute max, your glute medius, is a muscle that connects to your spine, to your hip, called your quadratus lumborum. It attaches to those first like 4 or 5 lumbar, and it comes out and attaches to that entire top part of that hip. So all of those muscles are like, they are rocks most of the time. Like it sucks. It sucks. So one of the first things that I noticed taking the Thrive actually was that feeling, or say for example, like when I go to work out and do like squats, because of that nerve is pushing and affecting those muscles. When I do squats and that muscle gets tighter, it affects that nerve to a great deal, to a point where I have to stretch more. But taking the Thrive, I noticed right off the get-go that's whatever, I guess, the inflammation that's caused from the nerve being impinged is being helped to be dissipated. So that feeling has gone away, and I don't have to stretch that area as much. So I just want to, that was one of the first things that I noticed. That was one of the first things I noticed, is taking the Thrive. But yeah, that was exciting.
Right on, right on. Yeah, and Thrive is such a powerful product. I mean, Thrive with alkalizing your body, it's going to cut down on the inflammation. So that's probably where it really helped you with that area, is just cutting down on that inflammation. I mean, I can totally relate to your story. When I was 18, I actually herniated 2 discs in my back, which is severe, but not as severe as what you're talking about. And, you know, I could only imagine the pain that you're going through. And, you know, cause I experienced it. It's back problems are not fun to experience and go through. And man, your back is pretty much everything, from walking, sitting, lying. I mean, it's just a pain that you can't get away from. And to hear that Thrive, you know, has helped you with that. And I mean, I remember when I was even talking to you on the phone and we were chatting, I think it was like maybe a week in, I think.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, for sure.
You know, and we were chatting about it, and we were talking about different things that, you know, it was helping with. And you're like, oh man, I totally forgot to tell you, you know, that my back is doing so much better, and, you know, the pain has subsided. And I was like, wow. Cause I remember the amount of pain you were in, because we were chatting for a while, and you were going to all different types of specialists and thinking about doing all different types of things, you know, to, you know, help with that problem. And to just take, you know, I don't have them here in front of me. I should probably go grab them, but, you know, to take Thrive, which is just a simple, you know, organic alkaline green drink that you can pour into water and mix up on a daily basis, versus going through surgery or going, you know, through some expensive stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like, you know, just where you were at in life got so unbearable that you were like, you know what, I need to do something. I need to try something. I'm open to whatever comes my way. And it just so happens Thrive came your way, which made you want to start taking Thrive.
Well, how it happened was I was taking a different line of products first, and I changed my diet, and that got me back to work. But it was still like I had to take a lot of products to do that, and I had to be very strict on my diet. Even taking all that product, if I broke away from my diet even a little bit, it would throw me off, and I would have to take even more product just to get back to where I was at. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And like I said, I had to stop to really stop working and everything to realize how much pain I was in. And even now, taking the other products, like I realized how much pain I was still in taking all those products. Yeah. So it's been a roller coaster ride for sure.
I can totally, I can totally relate to this story, because, you know, I was also taking a lot of products, and I thought, I was like, wow, I feel better, right? By taking all those products, I was like, wow, I feel better. These products are amazing. Now, they were expensive. And, you know, it's crazy, because when I was introduced to Lurralife, I was like, well, I'm already taking amazing products, right? I'm already taking amazing products. I don't need any other products. I don't want to change my regimen, right? Just like what you had said, I don't want to change my regimen because I know what can happen if I change it. And I went on that leap of faith just like you. And I said, you know what? Heck, why not? I came from a standpoint of, wow, if this product really does what even half of what it says it does, I could not only feel better, but save money as well on it. And what was crazy was I was blown away. I was like, how could I? And I stopped taking the other products because I wanted to make sure that this product really worked. And I stopped those, which was horrible because, you know, a lot of things started kind of resurfacing. But when I started taking these products, I was blown away at how fast they worked and how much better I felt. So can you speak on that? Were you spending a lot of money on your products as well? And kind of, how much were you spending and where are you at now? How much are you saving?
I was spending about right around 280, 290 a month just on supplements.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And right now I'm spending 80.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's that? That's like $210 saving. And you're not only taking Thrive, right? You're taking the detox, you're taking the O2 drops. I think you were,
Yep.
you might be taking the Daybreak too, I think, or maybe at least seeing how it works.
Yeah. I tried the Daybreak. Yeah. I tried the Daybreak and the, what's the other one called? The nighttime one.
Oh, the Nightfall.
Yeah. The Nightfall.
Right on.
Yeah. They're both awesome. They're both awesome. And I'm a huge fan of chai tea. So the chai tea and the Nightfall, it was on point.
Right
it was
on.
on point. It was delicious.
So I've heard that. I've heard that a lot of people said that Nightfall is absolutely amazing. Helps them.
Oh, it's delicious and
relax them, stops their brain from doing one of those, all night long. So with that being said, you've tried the Thrive, the detox tea, the O2 drops, the Daybreak, the Nightfall. What's your favorite product? I'm putting you on the spot.
It's like a toss up between the Thrive and the O2 drops, but I'll tell you something, the more that I learn about the O2 drops and just oxygen in general, like the more I fall in love with those things. And it's not just, and I haven't even tried the topical aspect of them yet. Well, I have a little bit, and that's a lot. I have a little bit. I tried it on a burn. It did work really well. But I want to try it more for like pain, because there's the spray bottles that you can get for it also. Spray bottles and nasal bottles for like sinus issues as well. So I want to try some of that. But yeah, just taking it under the tongue is so beneficial. So beneficial.
Yeah, right on. I couldn't agree more. I mean, I too, I came in with a Thrive. Then went to the detox. I had them all. I had all three products from the beginning, but the Thrive is what really spoke to me. I started taking the detox tea. That blew me away. Oxygen drops, I started taking them, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't wrap my head around liquid oxygen and what it could do for me. And then I was actually on a call with Dan, the CEO of the company, and he said something that it just clicked. He said, oxygen is so important to our bodies, but we don't realize it because we breathe air, right? We're breathing air. It's all around us. But what we don't realize is there's not as much oxygen in the air from pollution, all that kind of crazy stuff. We're not going to get into that. But he said, the way you can experience what your organs are experiencing right now with the limited amount of oxygen, like the decrease in oxygen in the atmosphere, is hold your breath. And within 13 seconds, it becomes uncomfortable. And after about 30 to 40 seconds, if you're that brave, you have to gasp for air. And that's what your organs are like right now. It's like holding your breath, that discomfort you're feeling. That's what your organs are experiencing. So these O2 drops, I'm not going to get into it. We could go for hours about it. I'm sure you could too, Richie.
Hours for sure.
The O2 drops are, I mean, the trifecta that we have between Thrive, Detox, O2, the synergistic, whatever that word is. I just made a word up, put it in the dictionary. That synergy between all the products is amazing. And then we have Daybreak and Nightfall. Daybreak is going to be switching over into a Laura Fit, which is really cool. I'm really excited about that. What are some of the other things that the products have helped you with?
I just like to keep talking about the pain aspect of it, because like I said, like I was just in so much pain and just still was in so much pain from the other stuff. But yeah, the O2 drops, like I told you about my lower back, but my upper back also, like a lot of people complain of like the burning in between the shoulder blades. A lot of times that comes from like muscle weakness, but for me, it's arthritis. Like I've got some kind of arthritis issue up there, because when I eat any type of sugar or anything, that's the first place I feel like my back will just tighten up. Okay. So taking the O2 drop, and even the first day that I took the Thrive, that was the first thing that I noticed, and I didn't want to believe it, because it worked. Like I said, it worked that fast. Like that first day, I started noticing things that fast. But yeah, it was the Thrive at first, but then because I started to Thrive just to Thrive first. I didn't get the O2 drops until maybe 2 or 3 days later. But then I definitely started noticing things with the O2 drops for sure, especially, and the sleep from the O2 drops. Like I used to have a problem staying asleep. Like if I woke up during like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. It was horrible. It's horrible. And I was taking products for that, but the O2 drops have definitely helped with that. Like I stay sleeping. If I do get up, like I have no issue going back to sleep. No issue going back to sleep. But yeah, it's like you said, we could talk hours,
Right on.
hours on it because yeah, it's just they work that well.
Well, let me throw this out there because I didn't in the beginning. I want to do a product disclaimer, just so we can protect ourselves because everyone experiences things differently. Everyone takes things differently, right? Some people will take things the way they're supposed to be taken, and some people will just wing things, right? My wife is one of those. I'm more of an instruction. I like to read the instructions, get it done the right way first. My wife's like, let's just throw it together, right? And I know some of you that know me think that's hard to believe, but it's true, right? Certain things I like the instructions, certain things I don't. So let's throw a product disclaimer. These products have not been evaluated by the FDA. Right? We don't say that they're intended to treat, diagnose, or cure anything, right? Results may not be typical, but what we've been finding is from people trying these products, they've been seeing some incredible results. Like you're hearing from Richie right now. These products are impact products. A lot of people are seeing not profound results in 3 days, but they're noticing something to continue on. And I feel in the industry of supplements, a lot of times we take things hoping they're going to work, but we really don't see anything to notice that they're working, right? So with Lurralife, and I can totally relate to what Richie said, is I too noticed, within 3 days, I noticed something, right? I didn't have maybe as profound a story as Richie or some of the other testimonials that we've shared in the group, but I noticed a better well-being. I felt better. I had more energy. I slept better, right? I started to drop weight. So Richie, how would you compare Lurralife products to all the other products you've taken in the past? I mean, I know we spoke about money and how much you're saving, but how would you compare them on a scale of 1 to 10 with other products that you've taken?
I would say they're definitely a 10. And I don't say that lightly because I'm not sure if I said it here, but I've said in the past that I've been in the network marketing industry for pretty much like my whole life. So I've used all types of different products from all different types of different companies inside and outside the network marketing industry because I'm a fitness guy too. So I've taken all different types of protein shakes and energy drinks and all different types of things that are supposed to help you with energy. And I've never taken anything where you can actually feel the results like that fast. Like definitely not. Like it's powerful, and especially be able to feel that in yourself, but to be able to see it and hear it from other people is profound. It's profound.
Right on, man. I couldn't agree more. Testimonials are definitely what sold me on, wanting to try these products, switch from my routine, because routines are pretty powerful and sometimes hard to break. What's the, with wrapping up here, what's the one thing, or maybe what's a couple things that you would say to that person that's sitting on the fence, someone that has seen the testimonials that, maybe feels these products could help them, but just hasn't taken that step? What's the one thing you would say, or two things you would say to them, as far as what these products could potentially do for them?
I'll just say, like, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose but a tiny bit of money? And then the other thing too is that there's a money back guarantee on the products. I forgot about that. It's a 30-day money back guarantee. So you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because the products could literally save your life. It could literally save your life, because it's not just about insulin resistance or having more energy. It's about cleaning out your arteries. It's about cleaning out your arteries and staying healthy. Like I don't know if you saw the testimonial, but my grandmother, she was on a water pill because her heart is operating at about 40% capacity. Like she's retaining fluid. retaining fluid. And this is happening to not just my grandmother, but to a lot of people. I mean, they're finding kids that are having 30 to 60% blockages in their hearts from the food that they're eating. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So you've got to do something about that and clean that out, because if you don't, you're going to have issues. So you got nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose and everything to gain, because the products are amazing.
Right
Hands
on.
down.
I couldn't agree more. You know, you don't know what you don't know until, you know, you've tried something or you know it. And man, I'm so glad you brought that up. You know, Lurralife is one of those companies that they want to see your life. I totally put that wrong, but I'll go with it. They want you to live healthy. You know, Lurralife is definitely a company that cares about each and every one of its customers, and they want to see you happy. So what do? They put up a 30-day, no questions asked, right? It's not, why didn't you like it? Why did it? No questions asked, 100% money back guarantee. So what I always tell people is, man, you have a 30-day risk-free trial period. You know what I mean? And to experience the products. And after taking them, you know, in 30 days, if you're not happy, man, let the company know so you can get a full refund. What we're finding is majority of people, I can only speak on my behalf, but you know, everyone that I've shared these products with has been absolutely blown away and couldn't imagine not taking them for the rest of their life, because I've had clients and customers that have tried, just like you, Richie, have tried everything under the sun and felt better, but didn't feel, you know, great. And that was my story too. I've taken a lot of things and I felt better. And maybe I told myself in my mind that, hey, you know, I'm doing the best I can do, the best I can feel, and settled with that. And maybe that's what, you know, some of you that are watching this, you're kind of just settling like, okay, the pain is the pain. It's life, right? Pain is life. My situation is life. I just have to deal with it. And, you know, you don't have to deal with it. You can subside that pain or completely get rid of it. We don't know. You got to try the products. You got to experience them yourself. So with that being said, Richie, I appreciate you hopping on here and, you know, sharing your product story and your journey with the products. We'll definitely be following back up with you probably in 3-6 months from now to really see how you're doing, where the products are how the products are working for you and that good stuff. So anything else you got to say to the audience?
No, I think that's it. Have a great day, guys.
Right on, guys. Well, we appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. You know, if this story doesn't resonate with you, but you know someone that resonates with this story and could really use or hear what we're saying, definitely share this video with them. So for that, until next time, have an awesome day.